Our next comic comes from the comedy mecca of Plainwell. Ooh. How'd you get him? Two-time cancer survivor, Rob Bagley.
Hello, how's everybody doing? Good, welcome. Thanks for coming out and supporting the show. Like Brian said, I am a two-time cancer survivor. Thank you, I appreciate it. 5 years ago was the time they told me I had cancer for a second time. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in the doctor's office, and the doctor goes, Rob, I'm sorry to tell you, but you have cancer for a second time, and it's a 7-inch tumor. And I was so shocked. I was like, wow, I have something on my body that's 7 inches? That is fantastic. Are you sure we have to get rid of it? No. I had to have chemotherapy for 10 months, and in that time I had over 30 blood transfusions. And each time I got a blood transfusion, I was so nervous. I was like, please, do not let this blood donation be from Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? I would rather die. When you're going through chemotherapy, you're not like the most attractive person. You know, you lose your hair, you're bald, you're skinny. I thought I looked like a before picture of Vin Diesel. Instead of the Fast and the Furious, I was slow and tumorous. And my hair, when it grew back way darker than what it used to be. I had really blonde hair. And I tell my friends were suspicious. They're like, Rob, are you dyeing your hair? And I'm like, yes, I'm using Just for Men Chemo Edition. If anybody likes this color, it's called Stage 3. When I was so 5 years ago when I had the cancer, I was so sick I had to be in the hospital for 22 straight days. And one day I woke up about a week into the 22 days and I had a catheter, so I can relate to Bob there. And then when you have a catheter, you never want it. Nobody ever wants a catheter. But when I had it, I loved it. Okay, I did. Because I was so weak, I could lay in the hospital bed. I could watch TV. I could eat my food in the hospital bed. And I could go to the bathroom in the hospital bed. Right? I felt like I was back in college again. So this is great. But the time come, and it did, where the nurse comes into the room and say, Rob, I'm sorry to tell you, but we have to take your catheter out. And I was like, well, I'm officially turned on. Let's do this. So all I could visualize as she's walking to me, that she's going to take the catheter out, that it's like a boat anchor going through a straw. That's all I could visualize. So I'm really nervous. So she walks up, she lifts up my hospital gown. So I did what any man would do. I closed my eyes and started praying. So a couple minutes go by, and I realize there's no pain. And I'm like, what is taking so long? Why can't I feel any pain for taking the catheter out? So I open my eyes, and the nurse is standing there, and she's holding the catheter up. And I'm like, excuse me, is there a problem taking the catheter out? And she's like, oh, no, I'm just deflating the balloon. And I'm like, deflating the balloon? Who blew it up? That was the second time. The first time I had cancer, it was 1990. I was a junior in high school, so that was fun. While all my friends were out having fun, trying to go on dates and get to second base, I was at home and my third base was losing hair, so that was fun. But I remember the doctor I had at the time told my mom he was nervous that the chemo that I was getting was so strong it was going to ruin my sperm count. So he wanted to send me a at-home sperm donation kit, which what 17-year-old doesn't want that at home? I can tell you one thing, it was more fun than Monopoly. So a couple of days go by and I get the kit at home. and my mom calls me downstairs. And so I walk into the kitchen, and my mom already has the package open. She has the donation cup in the middle of the table, and she's reading the directions. I'm like, Mom, I got this. I've been practicing for this moment my entire young life. Okay? So I take the cup and I go upstairs to my bedroom. And at the time, my bedroom did not have a lock on the door. But I knew that was one time my mom was not going to barge in on me. Okay? So I go and I lay on my bed and get comfy, as you do. It's like I said, this is 1990. There's no internet. I don't have a cell phone to Google anything to get me in the mood. Okay? All I have is Baywatch and my mom's 1990 Sears catalog. Okay? Which, let's be honest, 1990 Sears catalog, I think was the best for a while. Okay? So I'm getting myself in the mood, and, I have to do the deed to save my future kids' lives. So as I'm doing this, I realize a couple minutes go by, and I start thinking about my mom. Guys, I think we all can agree you don't think about your mom at that moment, okay? But all I keep thinking about is that she knows I'm upstairs doing this. I know she's downstairs waiting for me. And so I told myself, okay, I don't want to finish this too slow, and I don't want to finish this later. I want to do it just right so my mom knows that she's raising a good lover. Okay? That's it. So I finish the deed, and I go downstairs and give my mom the donation cup. And I'm not gonna lie, I got a little teary-eyed. When I looked over and see my mom holding her 10,000 grandkids, and I never seen my mom hold a cup so tight in my life. So I already knew she's gonna be a protected grandmother. I already knew. But now that we're healthy, and when you're healthy, I know there's some people that were cancer survivors. I've been in remission for 5 years, and so thank you, appreciate it. And you kind of miss life a little bit because when you're sick, you're at home, you're in the hospital, you're stuck. You can't really hang out with your friends. It's kind of boring. So, but I always used to love going to the movies. So now I can go to the movies, which is great. And one of my favorite movies this last year was Top Gun. Anybody see Top Gun? Very fun movie. I love it. For those of you who don't know, Top Gun is a real Navy program that was started to get the top 1% of the best fighter pilots to compete to see who was the Top Gun. The other 99% became Spirit airline pilots. That was great. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. The last joke I'm gonna say is, now that I'm healthy, I think we all try to eat healthier, and I really love granola bars. And I discovered this new granola bar. It's called Luna granola bar. Anybody eat Luna? Yeah, really good, a lot of good flavors. So I was eating it one day, and as I was eating it, I read the back of the package. And it said that the Luna bar is the first nutrition bar made for women. You guys, I was eating this every day for like 3 weeks. But it definitely explained why I like watching Lifetime channel all day and breastfeeding my neighbor's kid. All right, thanks you guys for coming out. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Come on, Bagley, come on!